Howdy folks, Bairdos here with August's login campaign breakdown. This is where I run you through what this month's login campaign has to offer, how much it will cost you, and give you my opinions on each item. I also share what will likely make you the most money, which will be spot on for Bismarck and likely accurate for the other servers too, but that may vary, as well as what I'll be spending my points on. So let's get to it. For 10 points, it's the usual host of Beastmen's and Kindred Seals, Kindreds, High Kindreds, and Sacred Kindred quests. Necessary for battlefield entry, and some for level cap quests, but not much aside from that. There's also the Cordial Invite, the Martial Ball Invite, Training Grounds Key, the Mercenary Camp Entry Slip, the Pest Repellent, and the Athena Orb, each of which grants you access to a one-off battle purely for fun and or completionist sakes. There's also the usual costume items available in the form of the Cracked Nut and the Pungent Powder. I still don't know why they're separated. And as you've just seen there, rounding out the 10 point category, we have the same final 3 items from last month: Seasoning Stone, Fossilized Fang, and the Fossilized Bone, which are used for the 95 cap fight but nothing else. Now onto the 100 point category. Seemingly staples for this category now, we have the Skirmish entry items of both the normal and Alluvion variety. The mod coupon IS1 can be turned into any tier 1 Faithos piece, or a tier 1 zone head, and there's the Odamon items too. These are extra useful this month due to the Skirmish Stone and Arcane Glyptics campaign and Skirmish Frenzy campaign plus campaigns being in effect, making Skirmish a hell of a lot more profitable and also more likely to give you the rewards you're after. The Abisu Fishing Rod quest bait is back again, this being the Drilled Calamari and the Dwarf Puggle. And again, the Heartbear Club appears. My feelings on this shan't change. The +1 sadly only gives cooking normal synthesis support, so unless you're a cook that only wants to craft for 8 minutes every real life day, or a collector of all things, this isn't for you. And I am a collector of all things, and it's not for me, so if this hoarder ain't gonna pick it up, it's really not worth much. So now on to the first set of new things this month. Continues the theme from last month though, salvage sets. This month is the turn of the hand sets, so for 100 points you can get a piece of the level 15 hand drops needed for each set. So if you want to make a salvage gear set but don't want to go after a specific enemy or two in salvage, snap them up here. That's them all there. The salvage plan items return again this month. These were added with salvage 2 and are used to make salvage +1 sets or the alternate sets that were added with salvage 2. Again, not entirely sure any of that has any use whatsoever. Certainly not against anything relevant anymore. So on to the 300 point category, and this month the returning mount is the Magic Pot. Definitely one of my favourites personally. If you don't have it, get it now, because honestly it's hilarious, as you can see on screen right now. We also have this Seika Uchiwa, still a lovely little fan, nothing major there. And carrying on the salvage theme, we have the level 25 hand pieces. Right, 500 points this month is a little bit different. It actually contains 3 items. Seems to be the 3 items from the previous months. So we get the Fire Tongue Sword, the Lion Statue, and the Zomet mount. Again, you'll see the Zomet mount on screen right now. It's scary, very scary, but awesome at the same time. For 750 points, you can buy each of the 3 parts needed to make a galley kitchen. Now this seems to be a recurring thing because I bought these a couple of months ago. These parts being the kitchen brick, the kitchen stove and the kitchen plate. All 3 of them can be synergized together, requiring 0 skill and synergy. So it's pretty easy to make once you've dropped your 2,250 points total on the items. As I explained last month, these 3 items can be sent across the same account characters, so you can spread the cost if you have multiple characters on one Play Online account. And that's how I tend to do it, rather than one character taking that whack. We have the 3 different stages of Skirmish Armour Stone Frayed Sacks back again. The Abundance +1 turns into 12 Verdigris Stone +1s. The Mortality +1 turns into Ghastly Stone +1s. And the Hoarder +1 turns into Wailing Stone +1s. Some OK sets can still be made using this system, and due to the skirmish campaigns that are in effect this month, you do stand a better chance, but I'm not really sure if it's worth the points for that level of chance for just an OK set. So unless there's something you really want to aim for, which I'm not entirely sure what that would be, but unless there is, I can't really recommend that. The good old Moat Cart Grill stays in this category for some reason. Again, this turns into 12 Moat Cart if it's used from your inventory. However, the main use is a Mog Garden quest. If you don't need it for that, avoid it. And we also have our Honey Wine, Beastly Shank and Blue Pondweed pop items. They are used to pop Fafnir, Behemoth and Adamantoise respectively. And again, we have salvage 35 hands in here. So the 1,000 point mark. The Mog patio plans seem to be rooted here. These will allow you to turn the second floor of your Mog house into an outdoor looking area. I'm not sure if that's just permanently going to be stuck in the 1,000 point mark, but I would like to see it switch out every now and then. We've got the Caliber and Facility rings returning as always, it seems. These are like the Echad and Trizek experience and capacity point rings, only these have 3 uses. Really useful if you plan on having a long session of leveling or capacity point grinding though. We've got more frayed sacks in this section, and these are the ones used for putting augments on the Eshin armour sets. These again have been there the last few months as well. And as you'll see, our Resident 2 waste picks return again. Esh Elixir +1s and Refractive Crystals. Avoid these, just seriously avoid these. Unless you have nothing else to spend the points on. And skirmish items don't sell well on your server, and this is something you desperately need, although I don't know how you would desperately need these 2 items. Seriously, leave them well enough alone, they're just waste picks. And rounding out the salvage here, we have the level 45 set hands. And our final category is the same as last month, I'm afraid. For your 1,500 points, you can get an H&M pop. Chances are, Savoury Shanks for King Behemoth are still selling well on your server, so this might be an okay pickup money wise. Sweet Tea for Nidhogg, less likely. Red Pondweed for Aspidoshalon, even less likely. But that's your lot. Recommendations wise, as always, if you need any of the items from the campaign, that's probably your best choice for what to grab, as there's nothing that necessitates stocking up or getting over all else. If you don't need anything, and money is your wish, it comes down to the low tier skirmish pops. Due to the 2 skirmish campaigns in effect this month, people will be doing these a lot, so these will sell fast and likely increase in price. If this is what you're doing, it might be best to stagger your spending, get some early, some in the middle, and some near the end of the month. This way you aren't one of the many filling the AH when the campaign's over, and it means you're hitting it constantly without flooding, because that's never good. Me, it'll be a skirmish pops if I run out of the stock of higher tier parts I have on Bairdos, which I have a lot of. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot of torsos, a lot of legs, and a lot of Yorcia Visages. I don't think I'll be running out. So this is definitely a month I'll be carrying over 1,500 points. Jimmy Bonsai, however, will be all about those skirmish pops. Since he's just about 99, he's just about ready to hit that. So, that's it for another month. Breakdown complete. Hope it helped you out. If it did, don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe for more Final Fantasy XI content. I do these breakdowns every month, as well as a Let's Play series with my Jimmy Bonsai character every Wednesday and Saturday. For now though, thanks for watching, take it easy, adios.